we've told you before that President Biden has a history of embellishing his personal stories. Here are a few examples. Roll tape.
I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto.
Angelo Negri, a senior conductor, walked up and said, "Joey, baby," grabbed my cheek. I said, "Ange," I said, "he's okay, he's a friend." True story. These two well-dressed men standing on a corner, the light changed. They kissed each other, and I'd never seen that before. I looked at my dad. He looked back at me and said, "It's simple. They love each other." My grandpop, who I never met, he died in the same hospital I was born in 2 weeks before I was born. I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat.
Well, there's a few examples, and the Washington Post is now calling out Biden. They say, yes, he has a tradition of embellishing. Joe Concha with me now. I'm intrigued that that was in the Washington Post, which I would have thought would have been a big Biden supporter.
Well, the Washington Post, Stu, has never endorsed a Republican presidential candidate in its history, but they're very late to the game here. And this fact checker, Stu, is simply pointing out the obvious. The framing here is generous, but it's missing a key word. They use the word embellish and exaggerate. The word missing here is lie or liar, or you expand it to two words: serial liar, lifetime liar. This fact checker, Glenn Kessler, used the word lie quite often when it came to Donald Trump. But remember, this is also a president, and Joe Biden, who said you cannot get COVID if you get the vaccine. Lie. This is a president who said he inherited high inflation when he took office. That's a lie. This is a president who said Republicans support defunding the police. That's a lie. This is a president who said that he inherited the crisis that is a catastrophe at the U.S. southern border. Lie. I could go on and on here, Stu, but we have finite time. The point is that Joe Biden has done this throughout his entire life. I wrote a book on him. I researched this. And now as president, those lies continue. And again, for him to tell devastated Maui residents that a small kitchen fire nearly 20 years ago nearly killed his wife, his cat, and endangered his Corvette, when those people lost everything, when there's hundreds of people still missing, to tell that lie in that situation is deplorable. So the Washington Post, that's nice that you're doing a fact check here. There should be outrage from their editorial board when the president says things like that. I'm sorry.
No, okay. You're not cutting the man any slack here, are you? I mean, no accounting for exaggeration or spin. No, to you, it's a lie. Harsh stuff, Joe. You know that, don't you? You know that. Okay,
I know.
You know it.
But you got to call it what it is. It's intentional.
Okay.
When you embellish, that's one thing. But when you know you're telling something that has already been fact-checked many times, like that kitchen fire, at that point, it's a lie.
Next case, Donald Trump's election interference case in Georgia. It's going to be live streamed. You going to watch? What do you think to that?
I think the whole point of this trial isn't so much about law or truth. I think the point of the trial, just like it is with Jack Smith, just like it is with Alvin Bragg in Manhattan, is to put Donald Trump front and center, Stu, throughout the rest of 2023 and 24, throughout the primary campaign, if he gets the nomination, then throughout the general election, where we're not talking about the issues that face this country and the contrast between, say, a Donald Trump and a Joe Biden when it comes to the economy or the crime or border or education or foreign policy. We'll be talking about and watching Donald Trump in all of these trials, where I don't even think a prosecution so much the goal. It's to make him front and center in the news cycle and take Joe Biden and his record off of the news cycle, Stu.
Okay, Joe. Relax, calm down. It's Friday morning, right before a long holiday weekend. You know, be calm, young man. Be calm, okay?
Thank you.
Oh,
all right,
okay,
Stu,
we'll
have
see
a
you
good
next
weekend.
week. Okay.